Yo, what is up, everybody? Happy Shadowkeep week, man. What a week this was. We had TwitchCon last weekend, which was a super ton of fun. And then I got to get back in town on Monday, got to rest for a day, and then Shadowkeep launched on Tuesday. And with Shadowkeep, we got all kinds of new stuff, but they've been teasing specifically Armor 2.0. And I know that there's been some discussion and some theory crafting going around about what we can do with these builds once Armor 2.0 launches. I, for one, had an idea with the Arcstrider class to have a build that you can constantly generate super energy, grenade energy, just by using melees and dodges while still staying alive and being able to just dish out some crazy damage. And it all centers around Liar's Handshake, 1-2 Punch, and Arcstrider, essentially. You don't have to have Liar's Handshake for this build to be for this build to work. You don't have to have 1-2 Punch for this build to work. Literally, you can do this on any Arcstrider, but to varying degrees of proficiency. So in Arcstrider, one of the, well, all hunters, right? You get Marksman Dodge or you get Gambler's Dodge. This utilizes Gambler's Dodge, which allows you to basically double tap circle, you dodge away or towards, you dodge in any direction, and you instantly get your melee ability back. Now, with your melee on Top Tree Arcstrider, you get, when you kill an enemy with it, you trigger health regeneration immediately. Shame. And then you also increase your melee damage, and that stacks up to 3 times, and I think it lasts for like 15 seconds. It's a pretty good-sized buff that lasts quite a while. Now, how this all synergizes with the build is then Liar's Handshake is an exotic arms, an exotic gauntlet that came with year 2, right? Season of Opulence. And what this has is an ability called Cross Counter that says using your arc melee ability or being hit by a melee attack will allow you to follow up with an extremely powerful melee counterpunch that will heal you. Now, what this means is every second melee that you throw, you'll see it's really cool. The blade comes out, whoosh, there's a different sound to it, and that will instantly trigger a heal to you. So not only does your healing start to trigger with your regular melee, so every time you melee, you begin to trigger regeneration. With this, you instantly heal some. So every second hit is instantly going to be healing. Now, what this can also do is there was a big thing before with with 1-2 Punch, because what 1-2 Punch does is, we'll get to it, hitting an enemy with every pellet in a shot increases melee damage for a short duration, and it was broken. They actually nerfed it in relation to Liar's Handshake, but it's still pretty damn cool. The other thing is it's a really powerful shotgun, so that always helps. But in Armor 2.0, what I wanted to do is kind of take this to the next level. I could never get the armor pieces to really drop to do what I really wanted to do with this. So you'll see I've got a combination of Armor 1.0 and 2.0 pieces. So this one is a resilience mod. You'll see my overall resilience is tier 4. Nothing great, but it's pretty nice. This piece I've upgraded to level 8 so that I could fit all these mods on it. Now what they do is the impact induction, it's the same as it always has, right? Causing damage with a melee attack reduces your grenade cooldown. Now, this is important because with this build, as you're just kind of zipping from target to target, you can run into some pretty dicey situations, especially when there's a ton of ads. So this will allow you to toss a grenade, get that out there, and then get yourself out of a jam if you need to. Maybe your super isn't up. Maybe you're in that 40 to 45 seconds that you don't have your super. Bam, toss a grenade, boom. You get it back in like 4 melees anyway, 4 or 5 melees, something like that. It's crazy. And then I also have an intellect mod on this piece to help that super generation speed. Now you'll see as we get into this a little bit, I consistently get my super back within 40 to 45 seconds under optimal conditions. Obviously, conditions are not always optimal, but I will say that this will get you your super back within a minute and a half in any ad-heavy situation. And it can probably get even better than that and be more resilient the more Armor 2.0 pieces I get and the more resiliency mods I can throw on and things of that nature. The other key piece to this that I found was this cloak, which is, again, any Armor 2.0 cloak can do this. I've upgraded it to level 8 so that Nightmare Banisher is no big deal. But so I can put hands-on, gain bonus super energy on melee kills. So every melee kill, I'm getting super energy. And then I also have distribution, which reduces all ability cooldowns when you're using your class ability. This seems to also work with your super. So it seems like every time you dodge as a hunter, you gain back super energy. I don't know if it's supposed to work like that or not, but right now it is, so use it. But you will see when we get into what we're gonna do, you will see every single melee that I hit, I gain a chunk of super back, and then every dodge, I gain a chunk of super back. So we're gonna drain our super, and then we're gonna pop our grenade just so that we lose that off the bat. And then as I get into combat, you'll see just how freaking fast we get our both grenade and our super back. It's crazy. So we're gonna burn through this lost sector, and let's see what happens. So we pop that super, that will drain down. And we're just about there. As soon as that's down, we'll pop the grenade. Let's transition over. I went too far. Dude, you just gotta watch for where the enemies are. Dodge either away or towards them if you need to make some more room, or if you need to get closer. And as long as those enemies are close to you, you'll get your melee, or you'll get your melee back every time you dodge. Oh. It doesn't help if you dodge the wrong way. Where in the hell? Oh, they're there. There we go. 39 seconds. So we got that back. We'll just pop this for the general hell of it, even though we really don't need to. Because again, this is an ideal situation, right? You have just absolute crap tons of ads. They're all super, super weak. They're all in a very close location and closed-in situation. Now we get 1-2 punch. Boom, look at that. One shotgun blast and one melee, and that boss is already half dead. We haven't even come close to dying yet. Look at that. And now we're getting a little hairy. Look at all the enemies. We toss our grenade. We dodge away. We get our melee back. Oh, more enemies. Oh, I hit the wrong button there. But I think you guys get the point of what can be done with this. Oh, I thought that was the boss there. It wasn't. And he's dead. Dodge away. And we almost have our super back again. And this was completely cleared. So, again, I know lost sectors are pretty easy to get through anyway, but this actually does work against, it works really, really well in Vex Offensive. It works well in everything, except for, honestly, the only thing, I did try it a little bit at the beginning of the raid yesterday. It didn't work so well, but I will say I didn't have the Armor 2.0 pieces hooked up. I just kind of did that today. So let me know what you think about it. I think it's a pretty sweet build. It's pretty fun. I'm looking forward to see what else I can do with it. I'm also going to try to experiment and tie it to the solar class. I want to try this with both Knife Trick and middle thing with Blade Barrage, and I want to try it with bottom tier, using the chest piece that gives you 2 melees and doing the same thing, because I think it could work really, really well with Knife Trick, because Knife Trick, they burn the targets, and then the burning edge, when enemies burn, your dodge ability recharges faster, which isn't a big deal because you'll have your dodge. But playing with fire, destroying burning enemies recharges Knife Trick more quickly. So there's a chest piece, I forget what it's called, but you can get that chest piece. It gives you double melees, so you get 2 quing, 2 of the little fire fan knife tricks. You chuck them out while they're burning. If they die, sweet. You chuck another knife, and then this helps get that back quicker. And then if you always need to, you can always hit dodge and then just instantly get it back. So I'm really curious how that'll work, because I think with dodging you only get one back, and I'm not sure how that's going to work. So I'm going to test that out a little bit and try that with both middle tree and bottom tree gunslinger. So thank you guys very much. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know what other cool builds you have found so far in Shadowkeep since it's been live, or any other builds that you have an idea of trying. There's a lot of things with finishers that you can also incorporate into this at the cost of super energy. I know there's one that heals you at the cost of super energy. There's one that drops special for all of your teammates at the cost of super energy. And with a build like this in particular, when you're getting your super back so quickly, it might really be awesome in a team. You might also be able to do this without Liar's Handshake if you only have Raiden Flux, and it would allow you to keep your super for longer once you get it, but your survivability will take a bit of a hit, as will your overall damage, especially to orange bars and things like that, without the counter punch ability of 1-2 punch. Or I'm sorry, without the counter punch ability from Liar's Handshake. So thank you guys very much. You guys know what else to do. Leave some comments. Let me know. And if you did like this and you want to hang out more, you can always find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/IamJanko. Thank you very much. I love you guys. You guys rock. And as always, keep on living the dream until I see you next time.